Hi, Buccaneers. Good day. I hope you are well, guys. I'm battling a bit with flu, guys, and but I hope every one of you is well. And welcome to the channel. And please don't forget to subscribe and drop your comment below. Today, guys, as I was rather yesterday, as I was watching Orlando Pirates when they were playing against Las Palmas, especially when Sipho Chaine got a red card, it made me to think a lot because this is something that I've been talking about, as you'll remember, even on the previous videos, that I strongly believe that Orlando Pirates, they don't have enough cover in goalkeeping department. And I was just imagining yesterday when China got that red card, like the cup final is coming on the weekend and Sipho Chaine is getting a red card midweek. And then if you look at all the goalkeepers that we have in the team, you don't have any confidence in any of them, especially going to play in the final. Not that they are not good goalkeepers, but considering the magnitude of the game and how Sipho Chaine really increases the chances of Orlando Pirates in winning the cup finals. You see, so it is something that really made me to think again, because I strongly believe that the management and the club, they are in denial of this reality that Orlando Pirates, they are working on a really on a thin ice, especially in the goalkeeping department. Because if you have a player like Sipho Chaine, who has been able to help Orlando Pirates win trophies that they have won under Jose Riviero, and we can mention special moments where Chaine came through for the team. If you even remember the Nedbank Cup final that was played in Mbombela, when Sundowns, they were really coming at Pirates, he saved the penalty of Lucas Riviero, of which helped Orlando Pirates to ultimately win the game at the end of 90, because that was Sundowns got that penalty in the first half, and he kept Pirates in the game. It is those crucial decisions that goalkeeper like Sipho Chaine, they makes to help the team to stay in the game, and then when you look at his deputies, a big club like Orlando Pirates, a deputy goalkeeper at Orlando Pirates, or number two, must be able to walk straight into any of other teams in the league as number one. Maybe except for Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns. But the rest of the team and second choice goalkeeper at Orlando Pirates, at Sundowns, at Kaizer Chiefs must be able to be a number one in other clubs, But then when you look at Orlando Pirates, you look at Melusi as the second choice goalkeeper, you are wondering, can Melusi walk straight into any other club beside maybe Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs? Especially in a game where goalkeepers are expected to use their feet to help the teams to build from their back, to build teams to build from the back and avoid to try and attract the opponents to press high and play the ball in the second line of beat the first line of pressure and progress the ball. And we know that Melusi is not a goalkeeper of such caliber. And then even his towering frame, that should be compensating for his lack of technical quality. He is not so comfortable under aerial balls as you would expect somebody of his stature. And I've said this many times, so it's very clear that Orlando Pirates, they are in crisis, but it is not yet revealed. But that's up until Sipho Chaine gets injured or gets suspended ahead of a crucial game. You could imagine if Pirates had to play Champions League quarterfinals and the semifinals without Sipho Chaine. Pirates, the chances of them progressing to the semifinals were null and void, because you saw the game against MC Alger in the quarterfinals, where he made double saves away when Pirates were playing in Algeria. And that tells you about the quality of Sipho Chaine. Any championship team, winning team, is built upon this foundation of goalkeeping, of strong goalkeeping department. And I can make example with many clubs that are winning regularly. You saw when Thibaut Courtois, he arrived at Real Madrid and then he got injured, and then Lunin, the Ukrainian goalkeeper, came and he played and he helped Real Madrid to win the Champions League. And he was not a well-known player with a big name, but he was a quality player. And here I'm not saying Pirates should have a player who is the same like Sipho Chaine, because goalkeepers are different. But then you look at the reality of the matter, that Orlando Pirates, as ambitious as they are going into the next season and hoping to even maybe topple Mamelodi Sundowns in the Betway Premiership, it is going to be very difficult if you are going to go into the season only with Sipho Chaine, a goalkeeper, a championship winning goalkeeper in Sipho Chaine, but the rest, there is a gap between them and Sipho Chaine. And I strongly believe that Orlando Pirates, they are just in denial of this fact that they've got a crisis in goalkeeping department. Because even when you see Gladler is still growing, he doesn't need to be put under a lot of stress. It's good that he gets some game time. He's yet to concede for Orlando Pirates, and we are happy. We've seen his confidence in building from the back, trying to beat the first line of pressure to progress the ball to to either Nduli there and Mbule and those who are coming to receive. We want to see that from the young man like that, but he must be able to grow gradually. We don't want to throw him into the deep end. A big team like Orlando Pirates doesn't need players to be thrown into the deep end, especially with so huge expectations that supporters, they can easily turn against the player and hurt his confidence when they start saying a lot of things on social media. And a player like in the midfield, when look at you've got Silepe there. Silepe is not under pressure. Silepe, you still have Makaula there, you still have Mbata, you still have Nduli. Now, those players, they are able, their experience and their quality make sure that Silepe can grow nicely without pressure of being the main man, in that midfield, should Makaula not play Mbata, because you still have Nduli there. And those are the things that I would love to see in goalkeeping department. Orlando Pirates, they are going to have to play hoping that Sipho Chaine doesn't get injured along the way, and we cannot control these things. And even if it's not about injury, let's just talk about the issue of a red card like it happened against Las Palmas yesterday. So those are the things that I strongly believe that Orlando Pirates, this crisis of Orlando Pirates, that is still hidden as it stands. The minute Sipho Chaine gets suspended or get injured, Orlando Pirates will be exposed. And I strongly believe that Orlando Pirates, they must make a decision of going out to get a goalkeeper like Ronaldo Lina from Sekhukhune United, because Sekhukhune United in this transfer window, they have brought in 2 international goalkeepers. If I'm not mistaken, they just brought in Torsten Sabata, who went to play from Zambia, and then he's back. And then they've got, I think it's Sarpunga. Yes, for a former Louis of Polokwane City, Sarpunga, international goalkeeper of, I think it's Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, those are the players that Sekhukhune have brought in, and then making things a little bit easier for any team interested in Ronaldo Lina. I think Rina is one of the best young goalkeepers in the country, even though he's not that young, but he's one of the best goalkeepers in terms of the attributes that are needed in modern game. Even at Sekhukhune, he was not that much highly favored, but then that, for the fact that they signed 2 goalkeepers, they make things a little bit easier for the team to release him, and the club is willing to sell him to the highest bidder. So Orlando Pirates, these are a certain option, another option that they can look at. Because you need to have a strong team, especially if you want to challenge. The intentions are very clear. If you look at Orlando Pirates, how they have signed, especially the Sipho Mbules, Oswina Police, and Yanela Mbutuma, and during that midfield, because that is the area that needed somebody to stabilize, especially in the absence of Makaula, because we know that Mbata is not a typical number 6. Now, and even in goalkeeping department, Orlando Pirates, they need to make sure that they've got a strong goalkeeping department, because that's the foundation upon which every championship team is built upon. Mamelodi Sundowns, they've won many championships, and goalkeeping department has been one of their strongest departments. Even when Ronan Williams was out injured, they never dropped momentum, because you've got Dennis Onyango, who was always there, making sure that he helps the team to keep that consistency. But for Orlando Pirates, even if they got 7-8 points lead on top of the log, and then Sipho Chaine gets injured for the last maybe 4-5 games of the league, it's going to be very difficult, So all these things is something that I believe that the management of Orlando Pirates should be able to consider. There is a goalkeeper who was formerly with Cape Town City, Peter Leeuwenberg. He's currently playing in Cyprus. He was previously playing for Grigonen in Dutch Eredivisie, and he's one of the goalkeepers that I believe that I think he's 30 or 31 now. He's a very tall goalkeeper who was raised under the Ajax system, who is able to play from the back. He's tall to deal with aerial duels, aerial balls. He's very good. And I think those are some of the options that Orlando Pirates should consider, because otherwise, if they don't move for such goalkeepers or making sure they build a goalkeeping department, then you are going to have a problem. Because even Sipamandla Buteles, who was on loan at, I think it is Orbit College last season, is a good goalkeeper, but to throw him into the deep end, because Pirates, they are going for every trophy available, even in the Champions League after reaching the semi-final. They want to go one step higher, reaching the finals and even properly winning it. Now, it is those things that you need a strong goalkeeper who will give the team assurance. Sipho Chaine is giving the team assurance at the back, his composure, his technique, his vision. You need such and footballing leadership that he has, to be able to guide his center backs, how to to split, how to get into a certain position where he can progress the ball easily, avoiding the traps, the pressing traps on the opponents. You need that kind of goalkeepers. But we know that Melusi is not comfortable on the ball, and he's not even excellent in the air as his towering frame suggests that he should be. So Orlando Pirates, they need to make sure that they get a goalkeeper, because this is a crisis if Orlando Pirates, they are going to move into the season without acquiring a new goalkeeper. Thank you so much, Buccaneers, for watching this video. I hope to hear from you down on the comment section. Please let me hear what's your view with regards to the goalkeeping department, because we are looking at other departments. The team is doing what is signing players, but then here is the key department, of which I believe that it can be very, very detrimental for the team should the team move into the new season without signing another top quality goalkeeper who can help make the goalkeeping department strong. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.